Hey guys, welcome to Let's Codify. Today we are going to talk about loops. Let's continue on the series on Python. And sorry for the late upload. I've took some rest. From now onwards, I'm going to be more consistent on the videos. What exactly do loops mean? Loop means to repeat the commands till the condition satisfied. Say if we need to print, let's codify 10 times or 11 times or 20 times. uh, we could just print let's codify and copy and paste it, but it will take a long time. Say if we need to print it 100 times or 1000 times, it's a long process. So we could just use a loop. There are two types of loop, that is for loop and while loop. In today's video we are going to look into while loop. Let's create a while loop. First I'm going to create a variable, that is I. Let's keep it to 1. Now let's create a while loop. A while loop will be starting you need to write while and you need to write a condition. A condition is, I've taught you condition in the if statement. If you haven't watched it, I'll explain it now. A condition is when the program tells the computer whether the statement is true or false. It'll all happen when the program compiles the code. So while I is less than or equal to 10 and colon. What I've done is, while I've told the program that I is less than or equal to 10 and I wanted to do something. That's what I'm going to type here. Print I. You could write anything you want, but let's just keep it as I. So I could just leave it here and go on, but we need to increment something first. Before incrementing it, I'll just show you what happens if you do not increment it. It will go on forever. Now, what I want to do is, I want 1 to be 10. So I wanted 1 to run 10, I to be a 10. So I want it to run 10 times. So I need to increment it. I is equal to I plus 1. We need to increment it because the statement will always be true. I is equal to 10. So I will always be less than 10. So at some point we want the statement to be false. That's why I've written I is equal to less than or equal to 10, because I want it to be 10 at some point. If we run this, uh, it'll the program will make it a 10. So because I is equal to I plus 1, that's fine. Let's test it. Here let me write I comma. I'll explain the comma why later. I comma, and let me put uh, before loop. Now after this, there is I need to put else statement. Else statement I've taught you in the if statement. If else could also be used in the while loop. So else statement, and I will print out after loop. So if I run this, you just check it out. What it does is, let me keep it as fine. No. Yes. See, 5 before loop. 5 is before loop. Let me also put I comma. Yeah. It's 10. See, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It shows here. 10 is on the before loop. It just stops till 10. 11, uh, 11 happens after the loop, because look at the increment. 10 is before the increment and 11 is after the increment. So we want 10 here. So 10 will be here before the increment. Using the while loop, we can build a multiplication table. If you want to build a multiplication table, you could try it on your own if you want, but I'm going to show you how to build a multiplication table. First, let's create a variable that will be I is equal to 1. The value should be 1. The variable of I could be anything. The name of the I could be anything, but the value should be 1. Now let's create another variable that will be mul. This will be the number what you want it to be multiplied with. So let's mul will be int and 2 curly brackets. Int is equal for integer, so it will always be an no, integer value. Now input and your number. So now let's create a while loop. While I is less than or equal to 10, you could change the value of 10. It could be 12 if you want, but our multiplication table will be only for 10 for now. And colon, and we could write print I want my multiplication table to look like how it will actually look like. 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10. I want it to look like that, so I'm going to make it like that. If you don't want it to look like that, you could just do mul times I and just do I is equal to I plus 1 and run it. It'll just give you 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15. But I don't want it to look like that. So what I'm going to do is mul, and then I'm going to do a comma, and I'm going to give it a character which will be X. So if you could do anything here, but the multiplication table will be the X symbol. So X. So I could do this, and then 1, which will be I. So our phi number, and the character and the 1. So and again I do this. So it's equal to symbol, then mul times I. So if I run this, yes, 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15. What I've done is I've created a variable. What I've done is I've created a variable which is I is equal to 1. And another variable that is whatever you want it could be. So that's why I've just created an input function. So it could be any number you want. Then I've created a while loop. Then inside the condition is I is less than or equal to 10. It will go on till I will be 10. So inside of that, I've created a print function. What the function does, it's basically just multiplies whatever number we want, that is our input function, times 1. So it is basically just this. But with just characters. So what it does is mul, that is a number, and it just combines it with this character. It does not add it, but it combines. So it will make it look like it is inside. It is added those to mul and the string function, but it just combines it to make it look like it. So mul, it is combined with this, and mul plus the string, then our i I variable, that is 1, and another string is equal to, then at the last there is mul times I. So 5 mul, the string function that is here, then 1, that is I, the another is equal to a string that is here, and the last mul times I. Then I've just indented so it does not run forever. So if I just remove this, it will just go forever. That is also called, this is also called the forever loop. It will just go forever. Let me put it back here. And hope you like this video. And in the next video, you'll learn about for loops. And that's all. Bye.